Hello, and you are more than welcome back to Little Miss Drop Stitch, and today I have Brew and a review for you. So I've got my slippers on, I've got my Brew, I am on, it's like drinking a bouquet, which I do actually like. It's Pucker Love, so it's rose, lavender and chamomile, I want to say. Yeah, really nice. So I've got my Brew, and today we will be reviewing the Nordic Knitting Primer by Kristin Drysdale. Okay, so the Nordic Knitting Primer, just to mention, nothing's gifted, sponsored, anything like that. So it is completely my own opinion. I just saw it, thought it might be good, liked it. Same with the tea as well, actually. So yeah, the tea isn't gifted, and neither's the book. Okay, the mug was gifted, but that was by my sister-in-law for Christmas, so I think I'm allowed that. Brilliant. So, the Nordic Knitting Primer, I would highly recommend this book. Okay, what I really liked about it is it is great for people dipping the toes into Scandinavian colourwork, and also for experienced knitters as well. It could be whether just to almost do something a bit easier and go a bit mindless, even though it's, you know, fur yoke or whatever, or to really test yourself. So there is something for everyone, and that's actually what the reviews on the back say as well. Let's see. Yeah, a wide range of sizes for adults as well. I did a jumper, I'll show you in a minute. I did the small, which was the 3rd size. So yeah, from a trusted source. This lady has Scandinavian heritage, it says. I think she lives in America and does things there. Yeah, it's great for first-time colourwork knitters. Will be encouraged by how easy and fun Kristin makes the process of knitting gorgeous yet doable yoke sweaters, mittens and hats. More advanced knitters will love creating ornate slippers, mittens and sweaters with beautiful Scandinavian details. Okay, and excuse me, each pattern is graded with the little fur owl star, and the one I made earlier, that's 3 fur owl stars, which I'm quite chuffed with myself for that. So I will show you that now. This is, let's get the name for you, the Linnea pullover, Linnea pullover, okay? And we will have a flick through the book in a bit, just of the pictures, so you can see if the projects are for you. So, here it is. There we are, that's the front, okay? So, it did say you didn't need to do German short rows, but it also gave the instructions for them, and it worked out absolutely beautiful for me. It fits really well. I knitted it with wool I actually got from Norway, from the Hillsberg factory in Bergen. It's the Linnea yarn, okay? So this pattern is for kind of, yeah, worsted weight yarn, which we don't really have in the UK, so I did buy it abroad, and it's for about 4.5 millimeters, the Linnea yarn, and it worked out absolutely fine for me, so that was good. I really love that I've done it in the sage. The book has it in blue and cream, but I really love this sage, okay, and the cream. It used about 3.5 hanks of the sage green and under 1 for the cream, so it was good. And even though it's a 3-star one, I did think it was okay because it's that thicker needle size, the 4.5 millimeters. I feel like that really helps, because even though they're beautiful, you get some, you know, 4-ply and 3mm needle ferrule projects, and yeah, that can be overfacing, so much so I haven't done one yet, even though I've got the wool in. So yeah, I think this was really good. I have done one top down and a yoke sweater before. That was the stripes exclamation mark one, but this is my first fur owl yoke sweater, and I absolutely love doing it. Okay, it is top down, so it's sad stitches, so the V's for the fur owl pattern are downwards, but I really don't think that matters at all. Actually, it still looks great. And what I absolutely loved about this book, it was just what I've been searching for my whole knitting life, okay? So in it, there is picture instructions for quite a few techniques, but also for catching floats when you knit with fur owl, with one colour in your English hand for knitting and one colour in your continental hand in the left. So whether I've just been typing the wrong thing on YouTube, I don't know. But yeah, I just could not find how to catch the floats without, because it's just a bit of a pain, isn't it? You know, keep dropping your yarn. And it showed catching them for both the dominant and non-dominant colour. So yeah, I had so much fun doing it. It was absolutely brilliant. And I can do a video on that at some point if you wanted, of how to do that. Because yeah, the videos before that I'd seen, they were you know, either both hands continental, both hands English, you know, with one of those wiry things. And well, I tried it for all of 10 minutes and I couldn't get my attention just because it's not what I'm used to. So I just thought there wasn't a technique for it, you know, to catch your floats without dropping them, picking them up, twisting them. But there is, and it's in this book. So yeah, absolutely brilliant. I also loved how it's a yoke fur roll. So with it being my kind of first fur roll sweater project, it was enough. I really enjoyed what I'm doing, but it was enough. So that meant I didn't get bored as well. So great, because it's the thicker needle size and it's just the yoke that's fur roll. The instructions on the chart were also brilliant, and I was actually quite apprehensive because I've never done chart work with colour where you increase as well, and it is my New Year's resolution to do colour work this year, because I've kind of shied away from it in the past. So yes, that was absolutely brilliant. It was really easy to follow, increasing with colour. It was like, what have I been bothered about before? And I would definitely have the confidence to tackle colour work projects in the future as well. I'll just have a sip of tea. Lovely. So yeah, techniques, German short rows, working on circular needles. So you'll need smaller circular needles for the top, about 40 centimetre. And then I think I went up to about 18, again 40 on the sleeves for that. The colour work chart as well, that's what I was saying. It also shows you where to increase and how to do that. That's great. And the increase is really easy, the method it shows, but also it shows you when to catch the floats in the chart, kind of just a little symbol to notify you when to catch it. So everything is nice and even. If I can turn this inside out for you. So there we go. Everything is, if I say so myself, lovely and even. The only thing was it didn't tell you for the first one, so I ended up doing 8 for each, but it's just a bit of fun at the end of the day, isn't it? So yeah, it ended up being really nice and even because it told me when to catch them, so I didn't have to think about it. So yeah, absolutely, really enjoyed it. I will give you a flick through in a moment of the other patterns in there, and we can have a see if there's anything else I fancy, you fancy. But yeah, on the whole, I would definitely recommend this book. I've not seen anything I don't like in it. Because I always try to be constructive, but genuinely I can't see anything I don't like. I suppose it's, you could see it's a disadvantage or an opportunity to be creative. It's not necessarily yarn you might have in your country. Let's give you an example. Oh, see here, Studio Donegal, soft Donegal, I'd be able to get that in the UK. This cushion here actually is Studio Donegal, but there's other ones that I wouldn't be able to get in the UK. So yeah, there's a jumper in worsted, Brooklyn tweed shelter. So I think a lot of them are what you can get in the US rather than what you can get in the Scandinavia or the UK for that. But yeah, there's children's patterns as well, accessories, jumpers, and it goes from the bigger projects that take time like this to wrist warmers. So let's go and have a look. Okay, so let's have a little flick through. As I mentioned before, I won't be showing you everything just because obviously it's not firm and copyright and all the rest of it, but we can have a see what patterns are in there and if they might be of interest to you. So let's start at the beginning. So we've some lovely mittens, and there are little bits of write-ups and pages of information as well, so it's not just all patterns. Mittens, and you do get the charts as well, so about knitting swatches and colour dominance is in there. So there's a gateway skills section, and there's these wrist warmers with the picot edge and garter stitch. So again, step-by-step picture tutorials. Those are those beautiful wrist warmers. mittens, nice manina cowl, there we go, cowl. And again it says venturous beginner, gateway, things like that, intermediate, and the number of Scandi stars as well. So it does get, on most of the patterns there is some step-by-step pictures of how to do it, or that technique. We've got some nice embroidery on mittens, and that had a mohair run through it as well. Hat, another nice one in a jumper. It's always great when there's men's patterns as well. I absolutely love that, because it is quite difficult to clothe your man sometimes. This isn't the one I made, it's very similar. I nearly made that mistake when I started it, but very, very similar. This actually, so there's happy stitches with the V, so this one looks like it might be top down. So there is a variety of skills you can learn here. Very interesting. Nice hats, I do like the yellow. Oh, that's the one I did. Okay, and that says it's intermediate. Gives you the colours you'll do, contrast colours, quite a wide range of sizes, so XXS to 4XL, and this jumper itself is with 3 inches of positive ease. Gives you suggested needle sizes as well for the usual tension, and then for your ribbing. Yeah, and gives lots of nice measurements. Lots of pictures as well of the back, the front, the sides. There was the chart, and it tells you when to change floats, when to increase, things like that. A nice cowl, great for leftovers as well. If you're intimidated by big projects, scarves, cowls, hats, great. And also for using up your stash, or even what's left over from the jumper, see if you can get a matching one. That's pretty, that's not too much to do. A fur out. Nice bit of colour as well, if you wanted to be a bit more adventurous with changing your floats. And a children's version as well, that's really cute. So we're going on to the Nordic Masterclass, which is the more traditional. So there with the V and kind of the buckle chain at the top. And, oh, slippers. So yeah, there are 4 fur owl stars. So that's intermediate too. I won't insult Scandinavians by pronouncing some of these names. They're really pretty. So there's the opportunity, I suppose, to do felting as well if you wanted with slippers. The great thing about these are as well, a lot of them, if you wanted to do the traditional Scandi colours in grey, cream black, brown even, you don't need too many colours and can probably use up what's in your stash. A children's version of it, that's lovely. Let's see what the children's sizes go up to for you. So, US size 3 to 4 up to 12 to 14. And I suppose that's after that you could get into the extra, extra small. And Euro size is 110 centimetres to 140. All of that means nothing to me. And it also says child's small to child XL. I'd probably just go off the measurements, to be honest, because everyone's different, especially children. More slipsies. Nice colour charts. What I like about this as well is the size of the book, and I know that sounds daft, lovely cushion, but I hate it when they all have to go on my bottom shelf with, you know, the atlas and all the other massive books. So yeah, I like it just to go on the middle shelf, and this is the perfect size because increasingly they're just getting bigger and bigger craft books. That's great. Some charts in the back, so you could even potentially do kind of your own mittens with those charts and have a play around. I like how so these fingerless mitts are actually graded 4 for difficulty, so you could go anything from the 1 to 4, so that's nice, so you're not going to be bored if you're doing mittens and you're a confident knitter. That's quite nice and modern actually, of a traditional style. And some basic techniques in the back. So we've got binding off, so casting off, backwards loop increase. I learnt that with this, it was brilliant. I use it on projects where it just says make one now, to be honest, because the whole winds me up. Buttonholes, catching floats, double pointed needles, duplicate stitch. That's great if that's in there actually, because I'm not an intarsia girl. Duplicate stitch join, French knot, joining seamlessly in the round, Kitchener stitch, so that'll be for your socks and maybe your mitts. Knitting with the yarn in your left hand, knitting with it in the right. Decreases lazy daisy stitch, that's embroidery. crochet edging mattress stitching if you do struggle with your sewing up. Loads more splicing yarn, some Scandinavian words that I will not attempt to pronounce, weaving in a unique colour, 3D needle bind off, running back stitch, reading the chart. So that gives you the idea of some of the skills that will be included and things about the author as well, Kristin Drysdale. The index, yeah, lots of nice things in there, and I like how it gives, whether you're a beginner or advanced, it gives you the opportunity to try the same project. So whether you're beginner or confident knitter, everyone can do a mitten in this book, whether it be the 1 fur Ulster ones or the 4. So everyone gets that opportunity, because I hate it when you see books and there's something you really like, but there's only a version that's really difficult, or only one that's kind of too easy maybe as well. So there we have it. Join me next time for a Brew and a review, and if you found this video useful or remotely liked it, please like and subscribe, and check out in the description links to the Little Miss Drop Stitch website and socials as well. Take care.